How you doing? Edgy Tim here, getting ready for a very busy quarterfinal Saturday. Thought I'd check in here on Friday since no Friday night football. It's a little weird. It's a little weird time of the year when I actually have a Friday off. So don't worry, I will make the most of my first Friday off and well forever. So um, take the wife out, little date night, that kind of stuff. But again, looking forward to a very busy quarterfinal Saturday. Let's discuss Class 5A, just kind of a thumbnail of some of the matchups and kind of my early take and perception of what I see potentially happening here. Starting 5A at the very top of the bracket, Montini, no surprise here. Broncos go on the road taking on one of the wildest, craziest stories of the playoffs, but congrats to Jerry Verdi in Evergreen Park. The Mustangs are in the quarterfinals as a 16 seed. They will host Montini, and again, Evergreen Park is going to have their hands full. This is a stacked Montini team that got by Sycamore, a very good Sycamore team to advance, and I said this at the very beginning. I thought that round two game could wind up being one of the toughest games Montini would face before potentially getting to a semi or a state final. So things have kind of played out. Again, never say never, but I think Evergreen Park definitely has their hands full this week hosting Montini. Game that I think potentially could be really close and maybe low scoring and really kind of a back and forth deal is Boylan on the road at Sterling. Again, two traditionally strong programs. I know Boylan the last few years kind of on and off, but John Cacciatore has the Titans back. And again, Boylan lives and dies off the running game. They have done that all year. Defensively, they've been very sound. And Sterling, I don't know if there's a team that's had an easier path, quite honestly, to this point than Sterling. There's a few others you can make a case for, but Sterling has had a very nice path, and that changes this week. But again, the Golden Warriors are still a very strong team. I like Sterling at home here to get the win over Boylan. Again, I think it'll be very close. I think Sterling will get a much needed playoff test this week. When it's all said and done, Sterling, very difficult to beat at home. Great facilities, by the way. If you've never been out to Sterling, you'll love it. I think one of the best high school campuses and facilities you'll find. So, again, great atmosphere, great town as well. Definitely gets behind their high school football. But again, I think the home team, the Golden Warriors, get the win there, advance to the semis. Cahokia at Hillcrest, and again, there's some intrigue here. Cahokia has their fair share of athletes, and I think in some cases can match up a bit with Hillcrest, but when it's all said and done, Cahokia doesn't have a whole lot of depth, and I mean an injury or two here or there, and that could really spell trouble for the Comanches. So again, I like Hillcrest at home hosting Cahokia, and then finally, I'll say the game of the quarters. I think in 5A, Highland on the road, taking on Joliet Catholic, and I'm going to be honest with you, I really have no idea where this one's going. I mean, Highland throws the ball. Eder, the quarterback, has had a terrific season. Sam Laporte is a big target, really a key player on both sides of the ball for Highland. Don't know how battle tested the Bulldogs are, however. Coming out of that part of the St. Louis area. Joliet Catholic, battle tested, have rolled the first 2 weeks, just kind of physically outmatched, outmanned everyone. That potentially could happen this week, but on the flip side, if there's an Achilles in this Joliet Catholic team, I think it is trying to defend a spread passing game. And again, I originally picked Highland, but if there's a game that I could kind of, in betting terms, lay off, this is one I would lay off. I wouldn't even come close to this because I could see scenarios where Highland gets the win here in a high-scoring deal. I could see a scenario where Joliet Catholic just kind of smacks around Highland and gets the win to advance. So again, originally I picked Highland. I'll stick with it, but I don't feel great about it. And again, from quote-unquote Vegas terms, I would just lay off this game. Don't like it at all. So there you go, my thoughts on Class 5A and the quarterfinals. Enjoy. Have a great weekend.